rescue. He desperately begged the doctors to save his father's life, no matter how much money he had to spend, without even asking about the situation of this person, nor taking a glance at the body. The doctors directly pushed it into the operating room. Only when the doctor touched the body did he realize that the person was already dead. But the doctors still insisted on performing surgery on a dead person, because they had already grasped the psychology of the family members. That young man just now seemed like a filial son. In such a life-or-death situation, he would spare no expense to save his father's life, so this was the perfect opportunity for them to drain the family's financial resources. And so, a group of doctors started pretending to be busy, seemingly eager to save lives, constantly going in and out. The attending physician came to the man and handed him a list, saying, "Your father's life is at stake now. Hurry up and go buy the medicine, and you must buy it from the pharmacy next to the hospital, because many of the special drugs are only available there." The man saw that there were dozens of different medicines listed, but he had no idea what each medicine was for. He followed the list and filled 2 large bags of medicine at the pharmacy, which cost him half a year's salary. He handed the 2 bags to the nurse, and kept asking what each medicine was for. The nurse showed a cold attitude, and told the man that his father's condition was complex, and he wouldn't understand if she explained. Then she immediately returned the medicines untouched to the pharmacy, and scolded the pharmacist. She said he should have been more adaptable. The man just now looked very gullible. In the future, in such situations, they should give him more expensive and higher commission drugs. The man had just spent a huge sum of money buying all those medicines, and then the doctor came out again and told him that he needed to pay an additional $500,000 for the surgery. The man said he had already paid the surgery fee when he first arrived, didn't he? The doctor said that due to your father's critical condition, we need to invite a renowned medical specialist for the surgery. The specialist requires additional payment. After the man paid another huge sum of money, a solemn and dignified specialist walked into the operating room, while the family members anxiously waited outside. But inside the operating room, it was calm and peaceful. All the doctors and nurses were chatting together, with someone coming out every half an hour or so, their mood shifting from joyful to serious in an instant. Each doctor seemed more like an experienced actor. One by one, they tricked the man into paying several more times, until the man put all his savings into it. Only then did the doctor come out with a solemn face and tell the man, "I'm sorry, we did our best, but your father's rescue attempts were futile, and he has passed away." The man kept pleading with the doctor to try again. The doctor said, "Even if we tried again, we cannot revive a dead person." At this moment, the man went from being anxious to calm. He told the doctor that they are experts in treating dead people, aren't they? Then the man presented the death certificate of the body, revealing that the corpse was not his father's at all, but a dead person he bought from the crematorium, who had actually been dead for several days. "So what exactly did you do during the 8 hours inside? Does it mean as long as I keep having money in my account, I will always have hope of being saved?" The doctor learned the truth and instantly panicked. He grabbed the death certificate and swallowed it. The man calmly told him, "Take your time eating. I have plenty more here to make sure you're full." This time, the heartless doctor was truly scared. It turns out that the man's purpose was to expose the unknown dark side of this corrupt hospital, collect evidence, and reveal their conspiracy to harm the people. Afraid of their plot being exposed, the doctor had no choice but to take the man to the office, saying that the hospital owner wanted to personally discuss compensation matters with him. But as soon as the man sat down, several assassins pounced on him to silence him. The man remained calm, and even showcased his skills right there, not only beating up the security guards, but also stomping the table to pieces. Because this day of revenge had been prepared for 5 whole years, there was no chance of any mishaps occurring. It turns out that 5 years ago, when the man's wife was bleeding heavily during childbirth, he had brought her to this private hospital. Her life was already at risk, but these crazy doctors disregarded her safety, wasting precious time and extorting money from the man relentlessly, only beginning the cesarean section after he had exhausted all his savings. But it was too late already, missing the optimal timing, and resulting in the death of both mother and child. The final death report stated that the rescue was ineffective due to delayed arrival. Within a day, the man lost his wife, child, and half a lifetime's savings. Since that day, he was determined to seek revenge for his deceased wife and all the victimized families at any cost. He started infiltrating the hospital day after day, collecting evidence and getting close to the families. He witnessed too many heartbreaking and infuriating tragedies. A simple common cold, exaggerated by the doctors, could deceive patients into emptying their wallets to buy a bunch of unknown medicines. Patients who didn't really need surgery were made to undergo it by the hospital in order to extract more fees, wasting time to the point where ordinary illnesses became critical. And when it came to extremely severe, life-threatening diseases, it could lead to bankruptcy, with people losing everything they had. Even the patients picked up by ambulances weren't taken to the nearest hospital, but rather sent to private hospitals no matter how far away, all for the sake of receiving more kickbacks. A girl died because of this, missing the best chance for rescue. But the doctor's actions afterwards were simply insane.